I. Introduction beyond the surface of desire. The quest to understand and ignite male desire often leads individuals down paths of superficial advice, focusing on external appearances, fleeting gestures, or strategic maneuvers. Many seek a magic formula or a trick to make a man truly desire or miss them. This common approach, however, barely scratches the surface of human attraction, which is far more intricate and deeply rooted than mere conscious tactics suggest. To truly comprehend the dynamics of desire, one must delve into profound insights of Carl Jung, a revolutionary thinker who explored the depths of a human psyche. Jung's work moves beyond simplistic notions, revealing that genuine, lasting attraction is not about external manipulation, but an intricate, unconscious dance between individuals. It is, at its core, an inner journey that transforms both the self and the relationship. From a Jungian perspective, falling in love is fundamentally a process of projection, a collision of unconscious realms, and attraction often involves these unseen, unconscious processes rather than just deliberate actions. This deeper understanding signifies a fundamental shift in how attraction is perceived. Instead of focusing on external actions or trying to control another person's feelings, the emphasis moves to internal psychological dynamics. This reframing suggests that the most potent way to cultivate profound and lasting attraction lies within oneself. By engaging in self-awareness and psychological integration, individuals can foster a more authentic and fulfilling relational experience. This perspective redefines power in relationships, shifting it from manipulative force to one derived from inner wholeness and self-mastery. 2. The anima, the soul's inner feminine. At the heart of male attraction, according to Jungian psychology, lies the concept of the anima. The anima represents the unconscious feminine side within a man's psyche, an archetypal image embodying all feminine psychological qualities. This is not about gender identity in a modern sense, but rather a universal psychic substrate rooted in the collective unconscious, shared by all humans. It is a totality of unconscious feminine psychological qualities a man possesses, transcending his personal consciousness. The anima plays a crucial role in attraction because it is frequently projected onto women in the external world. A man is often drawn to women who embody this inner image, unconsciously seeking to connect with his own repressed or undeveloped feminine qualities. This projection acts as a primary driver of initial, intense attraction, influencing a man's attitudes and interactions with the opposite sex. For instance, a man's attractions often reveal more about his own psyche than about the woman herself. The spark of attraction frequently ignites when a man encounters someone who strongly resonates with this internal archetype, creating a powerful, often inexplicable pull. This concept also clarifies the phenomenon of a man having a type, a recurring pattern of attraction to certain qualities or energies in women. This type is often a direct reflection of his inner anima template. The danger, however, lies in idealization, falling in love with the projected image rather than the real person. Furthermore, the anima is not a static entity but undergoes a developmental process, evolving through 4 archetypal stages, as elaborated by Eric Newman. These stages illustrate how a man's attraction patterns can mature and deepen as his anima integrates. Eve. Description of anima's manifestation. The instinctual biological aspect tied to basic needs like nourishment and security. Nature of male attraction at this stage. Primarily physical and body-based, seeking a provider of comfort and safety. Impact on relationship dynamics. The man may be overly dependent on the woman, or his attraction is rooted in a primitive, less integrated state. Helen. Description of anima's manifestation. The romantic, aesthetic aspect, embodying beauty and emotional allure. Nature of male attraction at this stage. shifts to an appreciation for beauty, romance, and emotional connection, often leading to idealization. Impact on relationship dynamics. Relationships are often characterized by intense infatuation and romantic fantasy, potentially overlooking the real person. Mary. Description of Anima's manifestation. The spiritual, nurturing aspect associated with purity and maternal qualities. Nature of male attraction at this stage involves a deeper, more spiritual or nurturing connection, seeking a pure or good image. Impact on relationship dynamics. The man may seek a partner who embodies idealized virtues, potentially leading to a lack of genuine, earthy connection. Sophia. Description of Anima's manifestation. The wise, integrated aspect, representing profound wisdom and wholeness. Nature of male attraction at this stage. The highest stage, where the anima is largely integrated. Attraction is to wisdom, wholeness, and a woman who can be a guide or partner in individuation. Impact on relationship dynamics. Relationships are characterized by mutual growth, deep understanding, and a shared journey towards self-realization. The anima, therefore, functions as a dynamic force for psychological growth, not merely a fixed image of attraction. The progression through these stages reveals that a man's attraction is not a static phenomenon. Rather, it evolves with his psychological maturity. A man who remains fixated at the Eve stage, for example, will relate to women primarily in a sexual or body-based manner, indicating a less integrated anima and a more superficial form of desire. Understanding a man's stage of anima development, or his general level of anima integration, provides valuable insight into the quality and depth of desire he is capable of experiencing. This implies that fostering a man's personal growth, and indeed one's own, can lead to more evolved and profound attraction, moving beyond mere physical or romantic infatuation toward a more spiritual or wisdom-based connection. A woman who embodies qualities aligned with a higher stage of anima development might naturally evoke a deeper, more integrated form of desire in a man who is psychologically ready for such a connection. 3. The shadow's mirror, unveiling hidden desires. Beyond the anima, another powerful unconscious force shaping male desire is the shadow. The shadow is Jung's term for the dark side of our personality. Everything we deny, repress, or perceive as unacceptable in ourselves. This includes primitive negative emotions and impulses such as rage, envy, greed, or selfishness, but can also encompass undeveloped positive traits that are incompatible with our conscious self-image. It is, in essence, the disowned self. A crucial mechanism through which the shadow influences attraction is projection. We unconsciously project our unacknowledged qualities, both negative and positive, onto others, seeing our own hidden aspects reflected in them. This means that when someone's heart races upon encountering another, it might not be entirely about the other person. It could be that they glimpse in them their own unfulfilled dreams, unspoken passions, or a strength they've always wished for but felt lacking within themselves. Paradoxically, a man can be powerfully attracted to a woman who openly expresses traits that are part of his repressed shadow. This attraction is not necessarily negative. It is the psyche's inherent drive toward wholeness, seeking to integrate these disowned aspects. For example, an introverted man who has suppressed his own assertiveness might find himself captivated by an outgoing, confident woman. This intense interest is often a subconscious longing for those very qualities dormant within himself. True love, from this perspective, can even provide a safe space to bring these hidden aspects into the light, allowing individuals to gently confront their own shadows as reflected in the relationship. However, this powerful attraction to the shadow carries a significant pitfall: the danger of idealization. Individuals may fall in love with the projection of the shadow or anima rather than the real person. This creates an idealized image that the partner can never truly live up to. When time passes and the projection inevitably fades, the real person emerges, often leading to disappointment and disillusionment if one was relying on the partner to fill inner gaps. The more projections are layered onto a person, the stronger the initial infatuation might feel, but also the more potent the underlying illusion. The attraction to the shadow, while a powerful initial spark, presents a profound paradox. While it serves as a compelling signal for inner work and a path toward psychological wholeness, it simultaneously becomes a potential source of relational conflict if not consciously addressed. The initial intensity of desire, though captivating, is often a signal from the unconscious, indicating areas within oneself that require attention and integration rather than the ultimate goal of a relationship. True love and sustained desire necessitate the conscious withdrawal of these projections and a willingness to engage with the partner's actual self, including their imperfections. The pain that often accompanies the collapse of these initial projections is not a sign of failure, but rather a necessary catalyst for deeper intimacy and the ongoing process of individuation. 4. The dance of projections, love, illusion, and reality. The initial phase of falling in love is often described as magical and intoxicating. During this period, the partner appears to embody everything one desires or lacks, becoming an almost idealized figure. This intense experience is largely fueled by unconscious projections, where one's inner world, including unfulfilled dreams, unspoken passions, or desired strengths, is cast onto the other person. It is a collision of unconscious realms, a kind of alchemy that operates beyond conscious will. However, this initial phase, driven by illusion, is inherently temporary. Reality inevitably forces these positive illusions to die. As time passes and projections fade, the real person emerges, complete with their imperfections and complexities. This often leads to disappointment and, at times, the projection of negative aspects of one's inner imago onto partner. Relationships built solely on these initial illusions and passions can deteriorate when unmet internal needs are revealed. Jung believed that these projections must eventually collapse for a genuine encounter with the actual person, beyond illusions and expectations, to truly begin. The path to genuine connection, therefore, requires a conscious withdrawal of these projections. This involves a crucial process of differentiating between one's inner images, imagos, and the external partner as an individual in their own right. It means taking responsibility for and owning one's projected energies and shadow aspects rather than exporting them onto the partner. When these projections fall away, true connection can begin, allowing individuals to see and accept their partner for who they truly are, imperfections included. Complicating these dynamics are complexes, which Jung described as emotionally charged clusters of ideas and feelings. These complexes can exert an autonomous, often maladaptive, influence on thoughts, feelings, and behavior. In relationships, unconscious complexes can subtly pull the partner to act in sync with the projection, creating dysfunctional patterns. Strong, out-of-proportion emotional reactions and interactions often serve as a doorway to knowing oneself more deeply, as they signal the activation of these inner complexes. Working on and accepting one's own complexes can lead to new psychic growth, as they pull individuals out of old, habitual ego functioning. The death of initial illusion is not a failure of the relationship, but a necessary catalyst for authentic love and individuation. This collapse is a crucial developmental stage, often experienced as a crisis. It shatters normal ego identifications, compelling individuals to confront their own inner landscape, their shadow, unintegrated animus and complexes, rather than relying on the partner to complete them. This marks the transition from love as projection to love as conscious relationship. For male desire, this means that while initial attraction may be driven by unconscious projections, sustained and profound desire in a mature relationship requires the man to engage in deep shadow work and anima integration. The woman who can navigate this challenging phase, allowing projections to fall away while still engaging authentically, facilitates a deeper, more real form of attraction that transcends the initial illusion. This transformative process moves beyond merely falling in love to a more conscious and enduring state of standing in love. V. Individuation and authentic attraction. The path to wholeness. Carl Jung's concept of individuation describes the lifelong process of becoming one's true, whole self by integrating conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. It is a journey of self-realization, discovering meaning and purpose in life, and fulfilling one's unique potential. This journey is central to cultivating authentic attraction. Intimate relationships serve as a uniquely fertile ground, an alchemical vessel, for this process of individuation. The partner acts as a mirror, reflecting unknown aspects of oneself, including shadow traits and anima/animus projections, thereby providing invaluable opportunities for growth and integration. Through this mutual transformation, both partners can grow individually while simultaneously strengthening their bond. Authentic attraction, from a Jungian perspective, arises not from neediness, constant pleasing, or external validation, but from a man's inner completeness, independence, and a degree of healthy mystery. Women are often drawn to the man whose presence implies, "I know my path, and I invite you to walk alongside me," rather than one who pleads, "I'll do anything for you." The most magnetic individuals possess a sense of inner completeness and do not require external confirmation to feel valuable. Their self-sufficiency, born of inner wholeness, is inherently attractive. Engaging a man's sense of self or ego effectively means touching upon his identity and competence in a way that makes him see the woman as inspiring and intriguing rather than threatening. This understanding also illuminates the effort paradox. Why excessive effort or trying too hard to please can paradoxically diminish desire. When one pours excessive energy into someone without reciprocation, it can unconsciously lower one's perceived value. The magic of mystery and the tension of the unknown fade when everything becomes too predictable and too available. Jung noted that passion often arises from the dynamic tension between opposites. When one person is solely focused on pleasing the other, this tension dissipates, and the spark of interest can fade. The ultimate attractor is a woman's own journey of individuation, her commitment to being authentic, self-aware, and emotionally whole. This inner radiance is what truly makes a man feel he has found not just a partner, but a destiny, a home for his soul. Her genuine self, with its unique strengths and perspectives, is what truly draws meaningful attention, as her authenticity is magnetic. The underlying principle here is a profound shift from seeking completion in a partner to sharing wholeness as a foundation of enduring desire. Many individuals initially seek a partner to complete them, often projecting their unintegrated parts onto the other. However, Jungian individuation emphasizes becoming whole within oneself. The paradox of attraction demonstrates that neediness or excessive effort, which are attempts to get something from the other, actually repel, while inner strength and self-sufficiency attract. This means that the most profound and sustainable male desire is not ignited by a woman who fills his gaps, but by a woman who radiates her own wholeness. This transforms a relational dynamic from one of dependency and projection to one of mutual respect and shared journeys of growth. Consequently, a woman's commitment to her own individuation becomes a most powerful attraction strategy as it cultivates the very qualities, authenticity, inner strength, and healthy boundaries that draw a man seeking a deep, transformative connection rather than just a projection screen. To further clarify the distinction between projection-based and authentic attraction, consider the following comparison. Projection-based attraction. Source: unconscious needs, unintegrated aspects, anima/shadow. Projected onto partner. Focus: partner is seen as an idealized figure or a means to fill personal voids. Dynamic: driven by unconscious psychological hooks and often leads to power struggles. Outcome: initial intense infatuation, but often leads to disillusionment. Desire is fragile, dependent on maintaining an illusion, can lead to possessiveness, emotional dependency, and conflict. Fleeting passion, often followed by resentment or emotional exhaustion. Authentic attraction. Source: inner completeness, self-awareness, personal growth, individuation. Focus: partner is seen as a distinct individual, respected for their true self. Dynamic: rooted in conscious choice, mutual respect, and shared growth. Outcome: deep, enduring, and evolving desire. Desire is robust, built on mutual respect and reality. Fosters freedom, self-sufficiency, and genuine intimacy. Sustained fascination, inspiration, and a sense of profound connection. 6. Relational alchemy, cultivating conscious love. Moving beyond merely stimulating initial sexual desire, the Jungian perspective invites individuals to cultivate a deep, enduring bond that transcends physical attraction and superficiality. This is where relationships become truly alchemical, transforming individuals and fostering profound connection. Jung considered intimate couple relationships an alchemical vase for encountering the unknown within oneself, where vital energies take shape in daily activities. Cultivating conscious love involves practical elements crucial for a healthy Jungian relationship. This includes recognizing emotional triggers as opportunities for self-awareness, taking responsibility for one's own emotions, and transforming recurring conflicts into deeper intimacy. True connection thrives on mutual respect and equality, where challenges are offered as respectful invitations rather than criticisms, and self-sufficiency is balanced with genuine warmth and openness. Dialogue, characterized by openness and the willingness to be touched by the other's essence, is vital for movement and growth within the relationship. It is also important to maintain clear boundaries and personal space, as love is not enough without these foundations. Jung's concept of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences, also manifests profoundly in relationships. These a-causal connecting principles can be felt as moments of deep recognition, a sense of destiny, or a profound alignment that reinforces the interconnected nature of the bond. They suggest that reality is governed not just by cause and effect, but by patterns of meaning that transcend traditional logic, often linked to the collective unconscious and archetypal patterns. Such experiences underscore the profound, almost miraculous, nature of certain connections. When the tension of opposites, conscious and unconscious, light and shadow, masculine and feminine, can be held and integrated within a relationship, Jung spoke of a third kind of relationship, or a golden thread. This unique bond leads to mutual growth and transformation, creating a relationship that endures, deepens over time, and continues to fascinate and inspire long after initial novelty fades. It is a relational alchemy Jung envisioned as possible when both man and woman are willing to do the inner work. The cultivation of conscious love is thus understood as an ongoing alchemical process, rather than a static achievement. Jung viewed relationships as a transformative vessel where two personalities interact like chemical substances, and if there's a reaction, both are transformed. This implies that love is not a fixed state but a dynamic, evolving process requiring continuous engagement with one's inner world and the partner's. Concepts such as shadow work in relationships and the ability to hold the tension of opposites are crucial for this continuous transformation. Synchronicity further adds a layer of meaningful patterning, suggesting that even seemingly random events can serve the deeper purpose of relational growth. This redefines a work of relationships. It is not about fixing the other person or maintaining an illusion, but about both partners committing to their individual and shared psychological evolution. For male desire, this means that a woman who understands and embraces this alchemical process, who is willing to engage with the depths and challenges it presents, becomes not merely an object of desire, but a co-creator of a profound and continually deepening bond, making the relationship itself a source of enduring fascination and attraction. 7. conclusion and call to action, your journey begins. In summary, male desire, from a Jungian perspective, is deeply intertwined with the unconscious. It is influenced by the anima, the inner feminine image a man carries, and the shadow, the repressed aspects of his personality. Initial attraction is often driven by unconscious projections of these inner figures onto a partner, creating an intoxicating but ultimately illusory bond. True, authentic attraction, however, blossoms through the process of individuation, the lifelong journey of becoming one's whole self. The power to cultivate profound and lasting attraction lies within. It is about self-discovery, integrating one's unconscious aspects, and achieving inner completeness, rather than seeking external validation or trying to manipulate another's feelings. Authenticity is the ultimate magnet. As a genuine self, with its unique strengths and perspectives, truly draws meaningful attention. This understanding empowers individuals to embark on their own inner journey, to explore their anima, confront their shadow, and consciously withdraw projections. By doing so, one not only fosters deeper self-awareness, but also lays a foundation for relationships built on reality, mutual respect, and profound transformation. This journey is not merely about attracting a partner, but about becoming the fullest expression of oneself, which in turn draws a connection that transcends the ordinary and nourishes the soul. This exploration into Jungian concepts serves as a map to soul-nourishing relationships that catalyze growth and bring forth the best in both the feminine and the masculine. The knowledge has been shared, and the path to a transformative experience of love and sexuality lies before the individual. The journey is only beginning. By embracing this wisdom, one can step into a deeper, more conscious form of relational experience.